So tell me a little bit more about that role and how you landed it, because you obviously have a beautiful background in theater, and for you to make it to this breakout role on the big screen, like walk us through that. Like, how did that happen?
Well, I went through just like any other audition. I was invited to audition for the role. And a little bit surprised that I was invited to audition for this particular role because Tyler Perry's casting director, she's known me for several years, and usually I'm called in for the attorney or the mom or in the bottom roles. And fortunately enough, she asked me in to audition for this role, and I wanted to bring something different to the character, something a little bit unexpected, something that they hadn't seen from me before. So I went in and I did the audition self-tape, so I didn't meet Tyler that day. I was with his casting director, so she taped me, and then 2 days later, it was a Saturday. I was preparing for another self-tape audition, and my phone is usually on silent.
Yeah.
And I was doing my makeup and everything for my audition, and I happened to look at my phone, and it was like blowing up. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's happening? So I checked the phone, and there was a message from his casting director, and so I called her. I said, hey, what's going on? I'm like, I know I was at the studio. I didn't take anything. I didn't break anything. Why are you calling me on Saturday? Right? So she said, well, Mr. Perry would like to speak with you. And I'm like, like, what is this about? And then I checked my, and she said that I should expect a call from him. And I wasn't expecting a call from him. I was expecting a call from maybe one of his representatives or his assistant, like that.
Right.
And he called me, and I fell on the floor. I think he was doing the Medea farewell tour at the time. And like I said, it was a Saturday. So, the industry, the film and television industry is usually shut down on the weekends.
Yeah.
And so he called, and he complimented me on my audition, and he offered me the role, and it's been amazing ever since.
Can I just say, first of all, you as an artist, you are, oh my God, you are the standard, okay? You really are. I actually had the opportunity, believe it or not, to attend the premiere in Atlanta back in October.
You were there.
I was there, front row. I was like beating everybody, like, no, I'm getting to the front row for this thing. It was absolutely amazing. So to witness it, like firsthand, the world premiere before it premiered to the world, and to see you guys on that stage in all of your glory and Black excellence. And when Tyler Perry brought you up and raved about you, I was kind of blown away. I'm like a skin makeup person, if you can't tell. And I was like, oh my God, so she's this beautiful, like with this pristine skin in real life. So, I have to know, for my beauty girls listening, what is your skin routine? Like, what is your go-to product as a beauty consultant? Like, what do you go to? What's your go-to?
Well, first of all, I get regular facials. So every month for facials. And I keep my routine really simple because I have sensitive skin. I have oily skin. And so when I do wear makeup, I try not to wear makeup every day, but when I go out and so forth, appearances, and I wear makeup, I use basic products, Pond's cleansing wipes to remove my makeup. And then I use Dermalogica skin clearing.
It sounds like, yeah.
Yeah, it's Dermalogica. And then just basic Dermalogica products. And I just try to, like I said, keep it simple, keep it moisturized, do a Chanel eye cream. That's my little
no. You gotta treat yourself every now and then, right?
Yeah. And like I said, I just keep it really, really simple because I have sensitive skin, so I don't want to overwhelm it, especially with makeup,
I'm learning too. Sometimes less is more, especially like the older we get. There's beauty and simplicity. So which kind of helps me to like transition into like what's next as far as you and your women empowerment. Like, are there any platforms that you advocate for? What does that look like for you?
Well, I'm passionate about helping the homeless. That's something that's near and dear to me. And I can't say that I have linked up with a particular organization just yet. I just want to be careful about, making sure that they are honoring what,
Absolutely.
what they say they'll do. But personally, I do have a passion for assisting homeless, and I also have a passion for mental health awareness. So I'm looking at a couple of organizations to be involved with regards to getting the word out for mental health awareness and wellness, and especially in the Black community,
Absolutely.
women and teens, because it seems to be something that's affecting our teenagers, and we're not addressing it, I don't think, as well as we could be.
That's right. That's right. Kudos to you for doing that work. So as far as your advocacy for mental health awareness, especially in the entertainment industry, I know that is something that is now becoming more of a conversation, and not just in entertainment industry, but because you guys have such a beautiful and large platform and a beautiful voice that's influential. I know that a lot more of you individuals are talking about it, but like, what is your message in regards to mental health awareness, and especially within the Black community, because we don't talk about it. That whole notion of what goes on in this house stays in this house is so dated. It's so dated, but it's beautiful people like yourself who's more than just talent and a gift, but you give back in a way that truly will outlive you, essentially.
Right, and like you said, I think it's something that we don't talk about. We sweep it under the rug, and we stigmatized it. And there is no stigma. It's a human issue, and especially right now in the day and time that we're in, dealing with this coronavirus, a lot of people are going to be affected by mental health issues. It's just, this is the nature of the beast. This is something that's unprecedented. We don't know what's going to happen, and we're all inside. It's not something we're accustomed to. So I just think that people need to know that there's no stigma to it. It's, go talk to someone. It's okay to talk about your feelings. It's okay to talk about your thoughts. It's okay that you're not okay. And it's something that we should all talk about and not just sweep under the rug. And we should not just talk about it, but embrace it. I personally have dealt with depression for quite some time and anxiety. And it's just something you can't be ashamed of. More people than you know deal with mental health issues, and we need to make sure that we're not stigmatized.
That's right. And it's a real thing. It really is a real thing. And I feel that a lot of people are experiencing it, but don't necessarily know what to call it. And like you said, or ashamed to call it what it is.
Right.
So that the first step to get into an issue is first acknowledging that there is an issue. You know what I'm saying? So good for you for that. So as far as self-care tips, which I think is vital at such a time as this, what are you doing to take care of self and your environment?
Well, I'm learning to meditate, and that hasn't been an easy thing for me. It's difficult just to quiet and center yourself, and I have a couple of friends who are helping me with that, and so I'm doing that, getting the rest that I don't usually get, because everyday life is so busy. Eating right, I try to eat balanced meals, hydrate, drink half my body weight in water, and exercise. A body in motion stays in motion. So just keep it moving and try to stay as positive and focus on something other than the obvious. Focus on something other than the weightiness of what's happening, and maybe take up a hobby. I'm going to take painting.
Yes.
We'll see how that goes.
I love that.
Yeah.
I told myself I'm going to take up crocheting. I was on Twitter and I saw a young lady's doing I forget what the name is. There's so many challenges going on right now. I can't keep up. But anyways, they crochet like outfits. So I was like, oh, that would be a neat little something to pick up, something to do. But obviously, it would be remiss of me not to talk more about the COVID-19 pandemic and all that everyone is experiencing. For you personally, have you been impacted by the virus, or any family member or close friend that you know of that's been affected by COVID-19 that you don't mind sharing?
No, unfortunately, yes. I do have a couple of people who I personally who have been infected with the virus, and we're praying for them. They're relatively healthy people, so we're praying that they come out of this well. A couple have come out of the hospital. A couple are in rehab now. But it's a serious thing, and people really need to take this seriously. I know a lot of people were initially saying, well, it's just, and it may be a strain of the flu, but this is like
It's aggressive.
It's, yeah, exactly. It's very aggressive, and we need to be very conscientious about what we're doing, how we move about our days, and following protocol, social distancing. I mean, that's the big thing right now. I think, people are not social distancing. We do need to follow protocol. I mean, you could be saving someone's life, and it may not even be you. I personally, I'm not concerned so much about myself getting ill or contracting the virus. I'm concerned about the people around me that I could potentially carry it to. And that's what we need to do. We need to be responsible enough for ourselves and for the people around us, because you never know who you might be affecting.